Welcome to English Leap Podcast. This podcast is created to help you learn English naturally by listening. No pressure. No tests. No stress. In this episode, you will hear a calm, slow English story using simple words and clear sentences. Perfect for beginners and intermediate learners. Listening practice. Relaxing while learning. Learning English in the background. Listen every day, even if you don't understand everything. Your brain learns more than you think. Put on your headphones, relax, and let English become familiar. A quiet change. Sometimes, change does not come loudly. Sometimes, it comes quietly. This is a story about a person who did not plan to change their life. They only wanted a quiet evening. It was late. The city was calm. The lights outside the window were soft and slow. The person sat in a small room. Nothing special. Just a chair, a table, and a cup of warm tea. The phone was on the table. No messages. No notifications. For the first time that day, there was no hurry. The person took a deep breath. Then another one. They thought about many things. Work. Time. Dreams they once had. They remembered something important. They always wanted to learn English. Not for work. Not for school. Just to understand the world a little better. They remembered how difficult it felt before. Too many rules. Too many words. Too much pressure. So they stopped trying. But that night was different. They opened a simple English podcast. The voice was calm. The words were slow. They did not understand everything. And that was okay. They listened. They listened while drinking tea. They listened while looking at the window. They listened without thinking about mistakes. After a few minutes, something changed. English did not feel like a problem anymore. It felt like sound. Like music. Like rain. The person noticed familiar words. Simple words. Day. Night. Time. Change. They smiled. They did not try to remember every word. They did not pause the audio. They just listened. The next day, they listened again. And the next day. And the next. Slowly, English became normal. Not scary. Not difficult. Just a language. Weeks passed. Months passed. One day, the person realized something. They understood more. They felt more confident. Not because they studied hard, but because they listened often. English became part of their life. Not loud. Not fast. Quiet. Natural. Constant. And that is how change happens. Not in one big moment, but in many small, quiet ones. If you are listening now, this is your quiet moment too. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to hurry. Just listen. Your English is already growing.